Live. So, what do I do? So last week, I did a live talking about why I do what I do, and the reason I want to share that is a couple of weekends ago, I went out with a couple of lads, and the guys were just talking about what I do. Basically, they'd seen I'm quite prominent on like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and they were just talking and saying, "Look, seems like what you're doing now is a lot different to what you used to do." So I used to be a personal trainer. I've now been a behavior change coach for the last 3 years. And they've noticed a lot of difference in terms of like client results, probably a difference in me, how I show up, how I talk about certain things. And they were just like, what is it you do? So I wanted to talk about the why. So the why I do what I do, if you want to look at that, is in my profile. So you can go back to that, and it's also shared on YouTube. This week, I'm talking about why I do what it is I actually do. So I think it all starts with the why, and then we look at the what. So today, what is it I do? So what I actually thought would be really cool is to get it, so to speak, from the horse's mouth. So I actually asked one of my clients, because I can explain what I do from my perspective. I actually think it's far more powerful to explain from my client's perspective. So I got him to send me a message. This is what he sent. So he said, for me, what you do is peel back the layers of the person's issues layer by layer. So in his mind, what I help a person to do is peel back the layers of their struggle layer by layer. We all know the onion analogy, right? So what my aim to do is to delve deep into like the real struggle, the real issue, the real problem that somebody is having, which is preventing them to get to where they want to get to. Obviously, my biggest outcome is weight loss, but that comes with increased energy, confidence, self-esteem, self-worth. The weight loss is almost like a byproduct of all the actions people do. Of course, it's what they want, but it's a far bigger picture than that. So, of course, like my biggest thing is weight loss, but that's what people come in for. But it's far bigger. So, how we do that, what I do is, peel back the layers, delve into the depths of what is it that somebody's struggling with, and it all comes to mindset. This is what my client said. It all comes down to mindset. So it could be that obviously I help with diet, someone's struggling with their fitness or their drive or their motivation, or, maybe they're having some relationship problems, they're not necessarily happy in their relationship. And what I do is help to give some clarity, help to listen, maybe challenge someone on their behaviors and their actions. And a lot of this also, which my client is recognized and shared, is that a lot of this comes down to a lot of like mental health issues as well. It could be things like anxiety, depression. I help people to accept that it's okay to feel anxious, accept that it's okay to feel depressed at times, or even suffer with depression, and just be that shoulder or that arm around the shoulder to help someone rely on, so they don't feel like they're alone. He's also just said, look, I'm not here to be a counselor for my clients, although there is part of that as a coach. I do counsel my clients, but I'm not pretending I'm a counselor. But I certainly do, and this is what my client agrees with, delve into and address the underlying problems, whether that's, and he calls it rewiring the brain and rebuilding the body. So essentially, I actually feel like he's described what I do really well, and I couldn't agree more. So what I do is delve into what's really going on. What is the problem? How long has it been holding you back? Where else does it show up in life? Because I believe how you do everything, or how you do everything is how you do anything, whichever way you want to go. So if you're not showing up as your best self, I don't know, at work, chances are you're not going to be doing that you're showing up as your best self at home, as your best self for your kids. Maybe you're not being present. Maybe you're not even looking or spending enough time on yourself. You've got all these other priorities. One of the biggest things that I believe I do, and I was speaking to my client this morning, is help take the pressure off. My client said that the reason men don't necessarily look after themselves as much as they want to, or maybe they turn to drink or sometimes even drugs, is there's so much pressure, business, relationships, wives, kids, spinning all these plates, yet not taking the time to look after himself. And that's exactly what he said this morning. And he's had a few struggles himself, of course. So I'm not going to go into those details of who it is and what they are. But for me, that was really impactful. So that's what I do. Week by week, peel the layer of the onion, get someone to see that maybe their behaviors and their actions and their habits aren't necessarily serving them, and small little tweaks to behaviors, to actions, to get things that are actually serving them. Simple steps. So that's what I do. Look, what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to give you a how I do what I do. And also, I'm going to share a link in here, which you can book in a 15-minute call if you want to. I call it a discovery call. We can look at what's going on in your life and how I can help you make a few changes. 15 minutes, there's no sales call on there. I'm just going to give you a few tips and some thoughts on like what you could be doing. Just quickly before I wrap up, I kind of don't really like the saying unlock your potential, because I don't actually think you ever really do. I think there's a certain bar that you probably never get to. But I think if you can keep improving daily, keep improving weekly, you can certainly look to fulfill your potential, right? I've had clients who have started businesses, who have quit their jobs because they weren't happy, and now they're in a job they're happy with. Opportunities have shown up. Business has increased. Profits have increased. Because at the end of the day, if you're looking to increase profits, be a better boss, be a better husband, there's one thing you can do, and it's huge and fundamental. Start exercising, start eating well, start looking after your health. And I can guarantee you every single aspect of your life will improve. Right, I'm going to leave you that. Hopefully that's given you some things to thought about. Hopefully that's resonated with you guys. And next week, please tune in, because I'm going to talk about how I do what I do. Have a good day.